What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It's Erica with Not Your Average EDC, and today we are going to do some testing with a few bushcraft knives. I have 4 knives here today that we're going to just do some whittling with, nothing too crazy, but I want to see which one feels the best. Mostly speaking about ergonomics in this video, actually. Been getting a lot of questions about what the best bushcraft knife is, and I just don't have nearly enough experience to say anything on that, really. So I'm going to start to try to record some stuff about it so we can go back and see what felt good and what didn't. So, 4 knives. The first one is the Bark River Bushcrafter in 3V, full convex. We have the LT Wright Vault 4 in A1 tool steel with, is this a saber grind, maybe? Or a hollow? It doesn't feel hollow, so maybe a saber grind, I'm not really sure. We have the Mitch Mitchell Native Survival Knife in O1 tool steel with a Scandi grind. This is made by LT Wright. And we have an Adventure Sworn Mountaineer in 3V with a Scandi grind. I've never used this and I've had it for 5 years. So we're finally going to use it today. It's really windy here, so hopefully the audio is okay. Also, there are a lot of cars going by, but this is the only place I really have to record with like a little bit of shelter. So I'll lower you guys down and we're just going to do a little bit of whittling. Like I said, nothing crazy, nothing hard use, no batoning today. Just seeing which one feels the best in terms of grind and ergonomics. Also, sorry for the glare, the barking, etc. Everything obnoxious, I am so sorry. Okay, let's start with the 3V Bushcrafter. And these are American walnut scales. It's really pretty. Also, I tried to get 4 like sticks here that are all kind of the same size and stuff. Alright, let's see. Ooh. I've only used this for like food prep and stuff so far, and some like work tasks, but no woodworking. But the name implies that it should do alright with this kind of stuff because it's the Bushcrafter. It's working really well. Ergonomically, it's really comfortable. Not really feeling any hot spots or anything yet. There's really not too much to this handle anyway. It's pretty straight. Yeah, it feels good. I feel like biting into the wood, it's not as bitey as some knives that I've used, but it's not too bad. Oh, it does not want to go through that part. There we go. And this is pretty, these are some pretty seasoned limbs here, I would say. We're having a bonfire tonight, so I figured kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I can whittle some like s'mores sticks and record it, and we'll use these tonight for the bonfire. So I am noticing, I feel like I start holding here, like when I initially start, but I feel like my hand slowly rides up, and there's not a ton stopping you from going to that blade. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to, I feel like I'm kind of noticing, like, there's a slight palm swell here in the middle area. Sorry for the glare. And I feel like I'm trying to kind of center my hand there at first, and it's just slowly riding up a little bit. Maybe I need to squeeze harder. But this feels great. Edge feels good still. I'd say that was a success. Let's try another one. I might have to move you guys a little bit. This glare is pretty brutal, isn't it? Maybe that'll be a little better. Let's see. We'll try that. Move everything over here. Alright, let's try the Vault 4. So it's called a Vault 4, and that means it is a limited edition knife. Basically, LT Wright does this thing called the Vault series. They make a certain amount per batch. They don't really revisit making it. However, there is a knife that they have right now called the Switchback, I believe. Either the Switchback or the Outback. They make both, but one of those is very reminiscent of the Vault 4 if you wanted to pick something up like this. Well, let's see how it fares first. I have used this many times, though. This one, like I said, has never really done any bushcrafting stuff. This one absolutely has. This is the one that went to Acadia National Park with me for a weekend. This one definitely has done some bushcrafty stuff, but not a ton. I actually have processed more game with this than, like, woodwork. And like I said, the Adventure Sworn has never been used. Alright, let's see about this one. Ooh, that bead, I'm gonna have to cut that off real quick. So every time that I go like this, that bead is like smacking my knuckles. This is something I just put on not that long ago, just as a decoration, but clearly that's not going to work. So let's just remove that. Haven't even sharpened this yet in one swipe, guys. One swipe and it let that go. That's pretty impressive. Alright, we'll put that aside for now. That was not the brightest idea to put on. Okay. Oh, and this is something I probably should mention because it'll be asked down in the comments, I'm sure. Let's talk about spines real quick. This one has a 90-degree spine that you can strike with. The Bark River absolutely does not. This is rounded. The native knife, absolutely 90 degrees, really sharp. And the Adventure Sworn, 90 degrees and sharp, but not as sharp as the other two. But I'm sure this could strike 100%. It just, I can tell that, you can even see on the LT Wright knives that they very specifically, from here forward, leave it, like, as rough as possible. You can see a very distinct finish area on the LT Wrights. So they are meant for scraping, which they do really, really well at. They can do ferro rods, but if you need to scrape any wood, make little shavings, they absolutely do that with the spine. So this one is much more comfortable than the Bark River. Well, I shouldn't say much more. It's not like the Bark River was uncomfortable, but I think at least for me, the slimmer handle this way just feels a little better in my hands, I guess. That little ringtone that keeps going off is Nicole Dodge. I'm turning that off. But hi, Nicole. Yeah, this one feels amazing. I love LT Wright knives. I've been using them for so many years, ever since I was a teenager. Yeah, that feels great. Not really noticing a huge difference between this saber grind, I believe it is, and this convex. They seem to be doing pretty much the same. I don't feel like I'm putting more force into one over the other, but like I said, ergonomics may be faring on the side of better with this one. Let's try the Mitch Mitchell. This knife is massive. Like, when I choke up, look at how much is left. Really cozy, though. Really comfortable. And if you have large hands, this one might be something you want to look into. Right off the bat, that Scandi bites way harder, as it should. A Scandi grind is kind of like a woodworking grind. So right away, that Scandi just bites in to this wood. Wow. Yeah, now that is a world of a difference. This is made for this, and you can absolutely tell. This is actually the most comfortable one yet. And it is just shredding. This one is seriously comfortable. Mitch put a lot of time into this design. This is absolutely more comfortable ergonomically than the other two. Now, this knife and the last knife that I'll be showing are actually both knives designed... Well, okay. Let me fix what I was going to say. This knife was designed by Mitch Mitchell, who was on the Alone series. This was designed by him after he finished the show. This knife was not designed by somebody on Alone. However, Joe Robinette, I believe his name is, Joe Robinette, he loves the Mountaineer from Adventure Sworn. So he was on Alone as well, at least 2 times, I believe. And he really likes Turley Gasconades, and he also really likes Adventure Sworn Mountaineers. He has one in 3V, I believe, as well, with white micarta scales and orange liners. You can see that on his YouTube videos. He's always carrying one of those, or at least he used to be. So 2 people from Alone really like these knives, so you can kind of tell that they're really good, because survival experts really like these last 2. This one is fantastic, man. Crazy sharp spine. Yeah, this one is a worker. This one is an absolute workhorse. Feels so good. Just shreds with that spine. And that Scandi bites quick. Alright, let's try the last one. 3V Mountaineer from Adventure Sworn Knives. Holy crap. Yep, that's bitey. Wow. Man, this one bites even harder than the other one. However, this bevel is a little wider, as you can see on the Adventure Sworn. This Scandi bevel is a little wider, so that will help things. Oh man, that is crazy. This one has a Coke bottle handle. Really old school, classic Coke bottle handle. Look at this beautiful curly birch. Red and blue liners. Oh my gosh, this one is just stunning. I built this on their website a long time ago, and it took almost a year for them to build this for me and send it out. And then I just never used it because I didn't have a chance. But now we do. Come on. That was back when they did like custom orders. I don't even know if they do that anymore. They do a lot of like drops now, and like very specific orders. They'll like open their books for a specific model. Wow. This thing shreds. This Coke bottle handle is comfy, but because my hands are a little smaller, this isn't as comfortable for me as the Mitch Mitchell knife. If you had bigger hands, this would probably be really comfy, but unfortunately for me, my hands are really small, so this palm swell in the middle here is supposed to fall into the middle of your hand, but for me, because I ride up on it, it falls like kind of near the end, and it's not necessarily uncomfortable, but I can feel it. I can feel that really I would have to be I would have to be very aware to keep my hand back here where it's supposed to be rested on that hump. But that's not naturally how I would hold the knife, so it's not as comfortable for me as the other one. But this edge is shredding. That is awesome. Cool. All right, so we did that one. Let's just, before we go, hello, check our edges, make sure there was no damage or anything. You guys are a little crooked again, aren't you? Hello? It would be absurd if any of these did have edge damage because they are meant for this, and it's literally just whittling twigs. But you never know. Sometimes weird things can happen. Okay, so the Adventure Sworn 100% fine. Feels great. You guys are about to blow away. Let's feel the Mitch Mitchell. Absolutely fine. Vault 4. Fine, of course. And the Bark River Bushcrafter. Fine. They're all perfect. They're all absolutely perfect. But yeah, guys, that was just a little bit of fun doing some whittling. I really am excited to do some camping trips, hopefully this year. Especially when I go out to Ohio. I want to be able to do some of that and really use these knives. But it's cool to get a feel of what they can do beforehand. Out of all of them, which one is my favorite from this task? Like, only this task, which one did I like the most? Absolutely the Mitch Mitchell. That was the most comfortable for me, even though it has a massive handle. That just, wow. That is a very comfortable handle. And that micarta, it's blasted. It's not, like, polished or anything, so it feels really nice. I love that. I love this knife so much. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Go use your shit, and I will see you on the next video. Love you all.